Hello everyone, I am Tarunya Pati from India. I just completed my undergraduation in computer science. My project proposal for the module for legacy UI under the organization Open Medical Record System has been selected by Google for the Summer of Code 2015. The project concentrates on building and running a module for the legacy UI of OpenMRS. This link below here directs us to the project page on the OpenMRS wiki, which contains the details and clear thoughts on the project. You can reach out to me at tarunya@openmrs.org, and that's my blog link below. Feel free to just pop by and have a look at my blogs. Here's a representation of the legacy UI, and here's the representation of the new UI. This summer, for my project, the mentors would be Burke Mamlin and Wycliffe Loima. Both of the mentors have been really supporting and encouraging me throughout. In terms of importance, the module for legacy user interface has one of the highest priorities for this year in the community. The legacy UI contains many administrative functions which work as a part of OpenMRS core currently. The task is to pull out the code from core, push it into a module, and get it running. Meaning, we need not recreate the total functionality, instead migrate most functions into the module and maintain the working standard as same as in core. If required, the module conventions may have to be modified. The total scope of the project will be to get a headless platform of core without any legacy functions lying in it. Only then can we reintroduce core features from the OpenMRS module for legacy. There is huge dependence on the legacy UI. There are many implementations of OpenMRS across the globe that are running the version 1.9. Apparently, they all depend on the legacy UI. And hence, we cannot simply rip out the old user interface from core and force everyone out there to use the new user interface, as not everyone's ready to upgrade. Therefore, a better idea would be to move the old version into a module and get it working as it is, so that when anyone runs the module, one should feel like the legacy is back. There will be many implementations around the world thankful for this module. Here are some tasks to do. Move the legacy UI components from the core into the module, achieve a platform of core without any user interface. Now we can form two-way through which one will be new versions of user interface can be supplied to the headless platform, or people who need the legacy user interface can easily run this module to see the same old UI back in place. These are the current tasks I'm working on. I removed the specific components of admin UI, built and run OpenMRS core successfully, moved the components into the module at the right locations, built and run the administrative screen, working on the user management functions. However, there are several things to do this summer. We decided on an initial proof of concept to get to. It is to feature a component of core through the module on the platform of core which doesn't exist that component, which doesn't contain that component otherwise, as it is not practical to supply a user interface to core if it already contains one. Let us now have a look at the demo. This is the home page of the new user interface, and here the legacy UI is hidden. Let us have a look at the patient dashboard, for example, in the legacy UI. Search for somebody, say open, and here is the legacy patient dashboard. And coming to the new UI here, the patient dashboard would look something like this. Say open. So here is the dashboard. Yeah. Getting back to the presentation, maybe let me take you through a couple of screenshots of the project. this is the admin screen from Core, and through which we can enter the modules admin screen as shown here. This is the patient management screen, which comes from the module as well. Some technical challenges that are likely to pop up throughout my project have been listed here. Firstly, I should make sure that the views and the controllers are in the right location as expected by Core, and the URL should be the Core URL instead of the module URL. The way modules are designed is Core uses a class loader separate for each module to keep modules from interfering with each other or seeing each other. Now comes the problem. If we create an extension point from the module for legacy UI, how will the other modules be able to see that? Can the class path just find the extension point? Or should we make sure that the class legacy UI module is loaded before the other module which needs it? Well, we should look to change the class loading in Core to say that when it's legacy UI, do something different with class loading. And naming packages is an exception to this module, as in for all modules we have the naming package as art.openmrs.module.so-and-so, but then for this module we have an exception that we just plug in all the packages from Core as they are without refactoring any of them, and hence breaking the module conventions. I should look into if I have to break any module conventions to fulfill the expectation of exact core behavior through the module. Naming packages is one of the module conventions that we're gonna break. And the project at the simplest might look like, maybe at the top level, can we just move web and web app and have the modules apply them? No, because the initial filtering and request handling works in the module, and we would want to leave it in Core so that when the platform loads or the other modules are initialized, they can use the basic filtering and handlers from the OpenMRS web. Here are some goals yet to be accomplished. OpenMRS Core should be made completely headless and then built and run successfully. Specific components have to be categorized, which should move out of Core and which should stay back. Load the module and run the legacy UI as it is on Core. Eventually, another expectation is to get to a point where the module administration is moved as well. Right now, the modules are administered in Core. As in when we move the functionality into the module, we can switch between different modules. We should be able to include a folder or so for the modules to get working. And coming to the ultimate goal, we should make sure that the module functionality looks exactly like it looks while sitting in Core by supplying the functionality from the module. And last but the best, I would like to share my experience with OpenMRS community. I haven't just learned to get working on my project, but I've been exposed to the life of an open source. I've been working for the community since almost 10 months now, but I've never faced a holdback situation. The community is always bound together through various resources as listed there, and it has always been more exciting to work, and I feel lucky to be a part of OpenMRS. It has also taught me moral and technical aspects which I could carry forward in my journey of life. And also a special thanks for Google, because if not for it, I wouldn't have had this opportunity to work so closely with OpenMRS and enhance my technical skills parallelly. I look forward to an amazing learning experience still ahead, and also will do my best for the opportunity provided. Thank you so much.